does it feel to breathe underwater?
It's the most prettiest part of scuba diving, that you can actually feel your breath and you can feel the oxygen when you're deep inside the water.
What's the most beautiful view you've seen from whichever track?
It's Hemkund Sahib. It's when I did Valley of Flowers. There's this crystal clear lake and there's mountains all over. It's like there's a lake in the middle of like 5-6 mountains, and it's very pretty.
So if you encounter an animal, what are the instructions like given to you?
So before every trek there is a session where the trek leader tells us ki if you encounter an animal, do this, do that. So especially for a bear, because I was near to encountering with a bear, he said that if there's a bear in front of you, just lay on the ground. Just pretend you're dead.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Charms Unplugged. Today's guest is truly fearless. She's trekked over the Himalayas, dived deep across the sea, and even appeared in TV shows and ads. Let's welcome Isha Gandhi.
Hi
Isha.
Everyone. Hi Thiaan.
How are you feeling today?
I'm pretty good. Thanks.
So how old are you?
I'm 15.
And which school do you go to?
Jamnabai Narsee School.
How do you describe yourself in 3 words?
Introverted, shy, and pretty bold.
How can you be shy and pretty bold at the same time?
Bold as in, I think I'm street smart, but I'm also shy at the same time. So it depends on who I'm with. With my friends, I'm myself, and with some other people, I'm a bit shy, according to them.
What first made you love adventure in nature?
I think I was inspired by my dad. So when I was small, I used to see his photos and pictures and everything, and I got very excited. And that's how I wanted to do trekking. And I asked him that if I could go. And then the journey began.
When you're not doing treks or diving, what are you doing?
I'm either playing tennis, keyboard, or just studying.
Which is your favorite subject?
Math.
That's awesome, Isha. Now let's climb higher into your Himalayan journey. You've done so many treks. Which one was the hardest?
The hardest was, I think, Daira Bugyal.
Wait, are there different names to treks?
Yes, all of them have different names. It depends on the mountain or the peak that you're climbing.
Which ones have you done?
The first one I did was Daira Bugyal, then Nak Tibba, then Hemkund Sahib, Valley of Flowers, Brahmatal, Kuwari Pass, and Sandakpur.
Wow, that's really a lot of treks.
Yes.
How did you prepare for these cold adventures?
So there's this thing that if you can run 5 kilometers in 40 minutes, then you're almost near to fit to do any Himalayan trek. So I used to practice almost every weekend when I used to get time, and that's how it is.
By the way, is any of these gears used in like treks?
Yes, we have a trekking pole here. It's very useful, and especially while descending, while you're going down the hill, it's very important.
And these two are scuba diving, or?
Yes, this is for snorkeling and that's for scuba diving.
What is snorkeling?
Snorkeling is basically you go into water, but you're actually on the surface of the water. You don't go deep inside, so you can just view the aquatic life. It's just for that.
Oh, okay. Now let's get back to the topic, Himalayan. What's the most beautiful view you've seen from whichever track?
It's Hemkund Sahib. It's when I did Valley of Flowers. There's this crystal clear lake and there's mountains all over. It's like there's a lake in the middle of like 5-6 mountains, and it's very pretty.
5-6 mountains?
Yes, huge. It's very beautiful.
Did you ever feel scared or wanted to give up?
I wanted to give up in one of the treks. That was Daira Bugyal. It was my first trek, and I was near to giving up. But then my mom and dad, they motivated me, and they're like, yes, you can do it. And that's how I finished it.
And just a question, while you're trekking, is the trek planned by some academy, or you just do it on your own?
No, we go through a company, Indiahikes, and planned is basically when I go with my dad, but they are just one-day treks. The Himalayan treks are the proper company ones.
So when you go with your dad, both of you will trek, or
No, both of us, yes.
So are there strings?
No, it's just walking. It's not the climbing, it's walking.
Oh.
Yeah.
What did trekking teach you about yourself?
That if you feel like giving up in the middle of something, like you're doing something and you feel like giving up, you should just give a second thought before actually giving up.
Okay, after all climbing up so high, let's dive deep under the sea.
Yes.
So what was your first scuba diving experience like?
Scuba diving, I recently got my certificate in open scuba. I'm 15 and I got it on my birthday.
What's open scuba?
Open scuba it's just the name of the certificate, but it's scuba diving only. So I got it this year only. Yeah.
How does it feel to breathe underwater?
It's amazing. I think that's the most, it's the most prettiest part of scuba diving, that you can actually feel your breath and you can feel the oxygen when you're deep inside the water.
So when you go down under the water, do you have someone with you or you just go?
I had an instructor with me because I was small. That's why I needed someone.
So now you don't have anyone?
No. Now I can go by myself. I have the certificate.
What's the coolest sea creature you've seen?
It's a Manta ray, which I saw in Maldives. Do you know a stingray?
No.
Stingray is it's like a square, and it's only found on the bottom of the sea. See, it's not on the surface. It's only on the bottom. So a Manta ray is like a bigger version of a stingray. It's like huge and it's very pretty.
Can you touch it?
We weren't allowed to touch it, but I don't know. I don't think you can.
How do you stay calm and safe while you're diving? Like if you can't swim for like a second or two?
I think deep breaths, because you have your oxygen with you. So if you can breathe, it just automatically calms you down.
Would you rather trek or scuba dive if you could only pick one to choose as a career?
I would trek. Yeah, because I've been doing that for a longer time.
That's amazing. But apart from all these adventures, you've also been in front of the camera. Let's talk about that. How did you start acting and like modeling?
So in 2016, I had signed up for this ramp walk and I won it. So there was this thing called Shine and Young. It's a contest and I won the ramp. And that's how I got into catalog shoots and advertisements and everything.
Just by the way, I'm just asking, at 2016, how old were you?
I was 6.
6?
Yes.
That's a really young age to start.
I know.
What's the most fun ad or shoot you've done?
I did it with Virat Kohli once, Manyavar, and yeah, Virat Kohli, obviously, he's a star, that's why it was fun. So I got his autograph.
So what did you do in that advertisement?
It was an ad, so it wasn't just me, there were a couple of other kids and it was a shoot. I was pretty small, so I don't remember exactly what it was, but Virat Kohli was the main highlight of that ad.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. Do you get nervous before going on camera?
Sometimes I do, yes. I remember when I first started catalog shoots, the flash was so bright, it hurt my eyes, but then I eventually got used to it.
Just like me, like if we had lights here and I was blinking so much, then we had to remove the lights and we are removing the lights. So, which one was your favorite shoot?
Catalog, I had done one with this kid. So I was 10 and she was like 6 and we became like good friends and it was fun.
So, with who all have you done shoots?
Shoots, I mean advertisements, not as in like stars and everything, it's just been me and another person, but the person's not very well known. And the main one is just Virat Kohli because he's a star. That's all pretty much.
Is it tough balancing school, acting, treks, scuba diving?
It's not that hard because my mom is pretty strict. So she balances everything out for me. Studying is, I think, the main priority. And then when I have time, I go for treks and everything.
Wow. Now that we've seen how multi-talented you are, but I'm sure it's not easy. Let's talk about challenges. What's been your biggest challenge so far?
Biggest challenge, it was while I was doing Daira. It was my first trek and I was 9 and it snowed continuously for 48 hours. And when we were in the tent and I got out of the tent, I could see like it was fully white. So it turned from yellow to white. And it was my first snow trek, so I was like amazed. How can it snow much? And then the main challenge was when we were doing the summit and I was 4 feet because I was just 9 years old. And the trek leader said that the height of the snow is 5 feet. So there's no way you can go to the summit. But then my dad, my mom, they argued with him and they convinced him, and that's how I finished my first snow trek.
Wow, there must have been a push through.
Yes, it was. Yeah, all 3 of us.
Wait, also you mentioned your mom and your dad argued at the summit. So it was a whole family trek?
Yes, it was all 3 of us. It's always been us 3 of us.
So how does the entire family trek, how do you decide what
I think
trek?
the main motivator is my dad. He first convinces me. If I say yes, then it goes to my mom. And then she has to say yes because it's us 2 against her. So in the end, it's us, all 3 of us.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your dad is like the biggest trek.
Yeah, he's the main one actually.
So how do you motivate yourself when things get tough?
Things actually always get tough because when you're trekking, you're literally climbing uphill. So it's hard. It's hard physically and mentally because you can see the peak right there. But your trek leader tells ki you still have to walk for 15 minutes uphill. And I was like, come on, I've been walking for the past 3 years and I can't do this. But then my dad, my mom, they're like, okay, come on, you can do it. It's just 15 minutes. You've been through all of this in just 15 minutes. Don't ruin everything. And that's how the final push comes.
What do you do when you feel afraid or tired during these treks?
When I feel tired, I have some protein bars or some chocolate or something. Because if you're tired, you need glucose or sugar to like rush you up. And that's how I go ahead. Everyone has that. Some 1-2 sips of water, some food. And then
so you carry all that while trekking?
Yes, you have to carry a huge backpack behind your back. It's just not you, it's all your luggage, it's all your clothes, it's all your jackets, your nightwear, everything.
Oh, so you like travel up, but you're trekking?
Yeah, so it's carrying your tent, it's everything behind your back. It makes the trek harder also because you have load behind your back, that's why.
How do you stay disciplined and focused during these treks?
It's partly the trek leader and it's partly my dad. Because without discipline, trekking is just messed up. Because there's certain things which have to be a certain way. If you don't follow, you'll either lag behind the others or you'll just mess up in the middle. Yeah.
What happens if you mess up in the middle?
Messing up in trekking, I think it's when you're behind people. One thing that actually is messed up is when we're trekking, suppose there's 10 people trekking, it's us 3 and there's other 7 people, and if I'm the last one, then I will get demotivated. There's 9 people ahead of me and if I'm the last one, I will get demotivated. So I make sure that I'm the first one. You get it? It's kind of selfish, but it works. That's why.
By the way, this is not related, but can you explain one of your hardest trek adventures? Like, tell the story behind whatever happened.
Hardest, I think it would be the first one. So we were at the second camp. The summit was 2 days ahead, and we were about to start our journey. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and it was bright. It was very shiny. I went outside the tent and I was tying my shoelaces. I don't know what happened, but I just fell. I fell inside the tent, and I don't know. I was unconscious for like 5 minutes. My mom came. When I woke up, she was like in tears. And there were like 10 people, huddled around me. I was like, what happened? I'm all right. And my mom's like, what's wrong with you? You were lying unconscious for like 10 minutes. And then I realized that the trek leader had come. He'd given me water and sugar. With just those 2, I actually revived. I had fainted. Yeah, I had fainted when I was 9 in the middle of a trek. But I still managed to finish it.
Wait, you also mentioned you revived with only water and sugar.
Yes.
Only water and sugar?
Yes, sugar is one of the most important things because it's glucose. It energizes you up, and water is just to dissolve it. That's the main thing in trekking. You just need energy because there's physical exertion, so you're just supposed to continuously energize yourself. Yeah, you get dehydrated. Water is the main thing. I think that's the problem with me. I don't drink water enough. You're supposed to have 5-6 liters a day when you're trekking. I hardly have 2-3. That's the reason I think I'm a little bit de-energized.
By the way, you said in trekking you have to do 5-6 liters. Normally you have to drink how much?
Normally I think 2 to 3 liters.
Oh, so you drink normal liters?
Yes.
In trekking?
Yes. And normally I just have 1 bottle, which is like 750 ml or that's all.
Actually?
Yes.
While trekking?
Normally. Yeah.
Oh, so you like...
Yeah, I don't like water, if you can think that way.
Then what do you like to drink then, other than water?
I think Sprite or some cold drinks or something, because it's just fun.
So if you had to, just a question, on a trek, if you took instead of water some cold drink, how many liters do you think you'd drink?
I could then have 5-6 liters. For sure I could have.
Oh, so you want cold drinks?
Fun. Yes. It just has that sparkling effect, that's why. But I don't think you can have cold drinks on there because you're already cold yourself and then...
What's one thing you've learned about never giving up?
When you're almost halfway there or whenever you're like 3/4 way there and you can see that, okay, that's your goal, that's your dream. Don't even think of giving up. If you think that it's fine. Everyone thinks that I should just give up. Why am I even doing this? But you look at your goal and you've been the halfway there. You've already been halfway there. So it's just the other half you have to do. So just don't give up. Just reach your goal.
When did you first start scuba diving?
I've done snorkeling before, but scuba diving as a proper thing, I recently got my certificate when I was 15. And I got it when I turned 15, like on my birthday. I was there inside 30 feet deep, scuba diving.
That's a cool way to celebrate your birthday.
I know, I was among the fishes and aquatic life. It was very pretty.
Does that make you the youngest?
Yes, technically, because I did it on my 15th birthday and it was 18 feet deep.
One dream you're chasing next?
I want to do the Everest base camp, which is the EBC, after I finish my 10th boards.
I'm sure you need support and help other than your parents. So, who are your coaches other than your parents?
While trekking, it's mainly my trek leader. So the company that we go through is Indiahikes, and they all Indiahikes.
Hi.
Indiahikes, there's certificates also. That one. So their trek leaders are amazing. They're better friends. They're like friends only. So I can tell them everything. If I'm lagging behind somewhere, I can tell them, can you please take me ahead? Or if I'm having difficulty while doing anything while trekking, they help me always. And because I'm the youngest, so I get a little bit of more attention than the others.
By the way, I just got remembered, we've been talking that you talk to your trek leader. So which language do you talk to? In?
Mostly Hindi or English. It depends on the one that they're comfortable with.
Have you seen other kids being adventure seekers like you doing stuff?
And not people exactly my age, but maybe a little bit older. If you go in the mountains, there's many kids who are way more adventurous than me. They're not from here, but the origin is from there only. You look at them, the way they climb the mountains, they go like this so fast. It's like they're just running in the middle of nowhere. Our speed is nothing as compared to them because they have acclimatized to that area. They're not adventurous, but just used to that type of life. So have you ever been on an adventure?
Yeah, I've done ziplining.
You've done ziplining. You should consider trekking. You're 10 right now, but even I was the same age as you when I started. It may seem a bit hard because what people do is they underestimate the physical abilities of a kid. Actually, kids are way much more physically fit than older people, if you think about it. Like for me, while ascending, I may be like second last or last from my group, but while descending, I just go whoop down. Like I'm the first one to reach the base camp. I leave my parents, trek leaders all far behind. I'm very fast while descending. So because we're kids, our physical abilities are way better than older people. So this is the perfect age to start trekking before you get older and before you get, So after what I've been telling you, would you consider going trekking or scuba diving or something?
I won't consider scuba diving, not at all. Like I can't even breathe for like 5 seconds. Actually, 11 seconds.
Breathing. You have your cylinder. You don't have to breathe underwater.
I know, but I'm really bad at swimming.
You don't necessarily have to learn how to swim. You have your fins and everything. You can just free dive. Even my dad doesn't know how to swim. But still, he's a way better scuba diver than me. You don't need swimming and scuba diving. You just need patience to be underwater and some certain skills.
Yeah, but I'm still I don't like
You're scared of the water?
No, not the water, the animals under the water.
The animals? They're harmless. The creatures, they don't do anything. If you do something, then only they'll do something.
But I can try trekking once. As you were in the wild, and as I mentioned, I'm scared of animals. Did you bump into animals?
Not bumping as such, but once I remember I was in Brahmatal or something, and we were having dinner in our tent. There was like the 10 of us, including the trek leader. And we heard some growling, not exactly growling, but we heard some sounds outside. And the trek leader he just screamed, everyone go silent. And we didn't know what, I thought he was just joking. So I was just saying something, he's like, go silent Isha, don't say anything. And I just went silent because I got scared. And then after 5-10 minutes, the sound stopped. And then he told us it could have been a bear outside our tent. It was right outside our tent. And that's how, it's not an encounter as such, but it was near to encountering with a bear.
So was it a bear?
Yes, it turned out to be a bear. He figured it out. It was a bear.
So if you encountered an animal, what are the instructions given to you?
So before every trek, there is a session where the trek leader tells us if you encounter an animal, do this, do that. So especially for a bear, because I was near to encountering with a bear, he said that if there's a bear in front of you, just lay on the ground. Just pretend you're dead. It sounds funny, it sounds a bit kiddish, but that actually works. He's actually showed us a demo how to do it. You just lie flat on the ground and you just act as if you're dead. And the bear won't do anything because it thinks you're dead.
No, but if you act you're dead, but you're standing first, the bear suddenly comes and you just drop.
It doesn't have that memory to actually comprehend. That's why it's a bear and we're humans. It doesn't have the mental capacity to analyze stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just act as if you're dead and you're safe. It sounds kiddish, but it works.
But what if they come and just kind of touch you?
I don't think they won't. Never experienced that. But I think that's the safest thing you can do. Instead of running, if you're gonna run, you're gonna be caught and you'll be dead.
or if you're faster than a bear?
You try once. If you're faster than the bear, then you'll get saved.
The question, how fast do you need to be? Like,
pretty fast. If you come first in your races in school, then you're pretty fast.
I kind of come first, but there are people faster than me.
It's fine. Second is the best. All good. If you don't want to go trekking, then I'll take you with me. Come with me. It'll be way much more fun. It's just not walking in the wild. There's different things you can do while trekking. I can teach you different techniques which make it easier. Trekking sounds hard because you have to climb uphill and sounds exhausting also, but it's actually not. When you're with a person whom you've actually acquainted with very well, it just becomes very easy. It's fun also. You socialize with some people, you make new friends. I've made friends while trekking. The older people, obviously not my age, but I've learned a bit of socializing while trekking. So I'll take you on a trek.
Okay. If I'm going on a trek, can you give me 3 major points I should know?
First of all is water. Carry enough water. Okay. Dehydration is one of the problems why people faint, why I fainted when I was on a trek. Second is the food. Don't expect to get Maggie and to get beer on your food while you're up there. Okay, don't expect good food. If you're going with a company, then it matters because they will be cooking food for you. But if you're going to cook it by yourself, then it will need patience, it will need an expert, and it will need a lot of utensils and gas and everything.
How do you carry your gas?
It's all on your bag, it's all in your bag. You have to carry it by yourself. It sounds heavy, it sounds tedious, but you have to do it by yourself.
No, like how
It's a cylinder, it's like a mini cylinder, not the big ones that you actually see.
I know.
Not those ones, the small ones. Yeah.
So you carry like 5-6 of them?
Not 5-6. If it's just 3 people, then I think 1 cylinder will be enough. Because you just need 1 pan to cook now. You won't cook on 3 different pans for 3 people.
Anything else?
The main thing is the washrooms. It's a bit tedious to go up there because there's no facilities, there's no washrooms. So when I go on treks, Himalayan treks, Indiahikes, there's this thing. So it's a normal tent. It's like a long tent. It's a portable toilet. You've got to open up the zippers. It's a normal tent, and then there's like a pit beneath it. You just dig it in the ground. There's just a pit. You're supposed to go inside, shut the tent, do the business, open the tent, and then come out. So and you're literally freezing in there. Okay, it's like minus 10 degrees Celsius, and you have to do that stuff. That's the major problem. But it's pretty hygienic. You don't have to do anything bad, and it's self-decomposable because it's the soil. So it's not environment. It's environment friendly. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. The main thing is you have to carry the toilet paper because you won't get water there. Even if you try to touch water, you'll freeze. So make sure you carry enough toilet paper.
You can't touch water?
No. If you're at a very great height and the temperature is in minus degrees, then the water will freeze. The only water you can drink is the hot water, boiled.
And what if the hot water gets cold? You have to cook it.
You have to make it hot again, or else it's just ice. If you leave the water there, it's just ice. I remember one thing in the tent, when you put your phones, okay, or if your phone is charging, even if you by mistake put your phone not inside your sleeping bag, like anywhere randomly in the tent, it'll freeze. It won't turn on only because the temperature is so low.
And then can you fix it?
You can't fix it. It's gone. So make sure you don't leave your phone lying.
I don't have a phone, so it'll be...
Yes. It's the mountains, right? It's at a height.
By the way, how do you charge? Where do you charge?
You get enough charging power bank. Me and my parents go, so we carry at least 3 power banks. So even if one fails, the other one is there. And secondly, you don't use your phone that much while you're trekking because you just click photos and everything, that's all. So the usage is not that much.
So can you take cameras over there?
Yeah, you can take cameras. I think cameras is the best thing instead of phones. Phones is a bit of a hassle. You have to remove it from your pocket. First of all, you're wearing like 6 layers of jackets.
6 layers?
Yes. It's that cold, you have to wear it or you'll freeze. The camera is pretty much good. Yes. The other while trekking is also the sleeping part. Where do you sleep? Obviously, people generalize it as tents, but it's not easy to sleep in a tent. First of all, it's such a small tent and there's 3 people or 2 people in it and it's freezing cold. So how are you supposed to manage everything? What you do is there's a sleeping bag. We use sleeping bags, but there's 3 layers inside the sleeping bag. The first one is just like a blanket, but it's you know how a cocoon looks like. It's like that. So you just wrap yourself around it. And the second layer is a thinner sleeping bag. So that's the second one, and the third one is like the proper sleeping bag. So once you're in that, it's like impossible to even move because you're just stuck. You're like a baby. You're just stuck inside it. It's impossible to move, and you won't even realize that you're inside it because it's so cozy. It's very cozy. I think I prefer sleeping in sleeping bags rather than blankets. It's very comfortable.
So when you come back home, do you sleep in sleeping bags or like your own bed?
I would love to sleep in sleeping bags, but we don't have one, unfortunately. So I have to work it out with blankets.
So as an adventure seeker, Isha, that's super inspiring. So I bet a lot of kids watching will want some advice for you. So what advice do you have for kids who want to multitask?
What people usually hear is that follow your passion, but I'll just give you a little piece of advice. Follow your passion, but passion shouldn't be your main concern. You have a life other than what your passion is. For me, trekking is not the only thing that I do. I do multiple other things. I also study and I also play tennis. I also play the keyboard. So I have another life apart from trekking. Follow your passion, but that shouldn't be your main thing. You have a life apart from that. You have a social life. So you have to be good at everything, not just follow your passion. You have a career to do, you have studying, you have everything else. So you just don't divert your focus to only passion.
How can someone start small and grow big?
No one starts when the big, it always starts from a small thing. So I started trekking when I was 4. My first trek was the Khas Plateau, which is also known as the Maharashtra Valley of Flowers. I didn't know that I was going to do Himalayan treks when I was 9, or I didn't know I was going to do something. I started with Sayadri treks. I started in Maharashtra, and then I eventually went to the north. So the goal shouldn't be ki I want to do Himalayan treks. You always have to start you always have to start with a little thing. That's the journey is the main thing, not like the I want to do Himalayan treks, so I'll just start from Brahmatal. It's never like that. You always start small. Everyone starts small.
Which quality do you think the other adventure seekers will need to build on?
I think adventure is just a feeling. It's an emotion that I want to do something different. I just don't want to do sports. I don't want to do studying. I'll just do something great, something fun. And that's what adventure is all about.
I know this is not advice, but who do you want to thank for supporting you?
Mainly my parents. And while on treks, the trek leaders, and also the other people which are trekking with me. Because I'm mostly the youngest, so everyone motivates me. So I would like to thank my parents, my grandparents also, though they're not on the trek. They are the actual ones which actually allow my parents ki you can send her, you can go with her. So my parents, grandparents, the trek leader, and the other fellow trek mates which are there.
Before we wrap up, it's time for my favorite part, rapid fire. Quick questions, quick answers.
Yes.
Mountains or ocean?
Mountains.
Ice cream or pizza?
Pizza.
Favorite subject in school?
Math.
Toughest trek you've done?
Tiredness.
Dream travel destination?
US, but I've already been there.
Favorite animal?
Rabbit.
Scuba or trekking?
Trekking.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Favorite song?
ये तूने क्या किया?
Your go-to snack? Your favorite snack?
Dairy milk.
Favorite TV show or movie?
Friends.
Book or movie?
Movie.
Trek with friends or solo?
Solo.
Biggest inspiration?
My dad.
Funniest travel moment?
When I fainted when I was at Daira Bukyal in the middle of nowhere.
One word that describes adventure.
Fun.
If you had a superpower in adventure trekking, what would it be?
Flying.
Flying.
Yeah.
Rain or snow?
Snow.
By the way, just asking, flying, then how do you trek while flying?
The main hardest part in trekking is climbing. I trek because of the view. I want to get there, that's why I trek. So if I can fly, I can just go there. I can see the view. I can come down.
There's no need for trekking.
Yeah, there's no need for trekking. It's fine. I go there for the view.
Rain or snow?
Snow.
Favorite festival?
Diwali.
Most used emoji or expression?
Exhausted.
Trek you want to do next?
Grass Valley.
Grass Valley.
Grass.
Something you can't live without?
My dad and my mom.
Favorite quote?
Favorite?
Quote.
Quote.
Favorite quote?
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Yeah.
Favorite scuba spot?
Maldives.
One dream you're chasing next?
Becoming a CA, chartered accountant.
Which?
As a career. CA. You're too young to understand. It's a career. It's just a job people do.
That was a super fun rapid fire, Isha. Now before we sign off, I've got a few last questions for you. What's the next big adventure you're going to?
I want to do skydiving, but I think the age limit is the problem. So I'll wait till I'm like 16 or 18 and then I'll get to do it.
If you could go on a dream adventure with anyone in the world, who would it be?
My friends.
And where?
Probably Maldives again. I've been there, but it's super cool, so I would go there again.
What's one totally crazy thing you still want to do and you've not done?
I want to do skydiving, which I haven't done, but I want to do it so badly.
What's one lesson from your adventures that you'll never forget?
If you think of giving up in the middle of something and you're already halfway there, just don't give up. Even if you think like giving up, you've done 50% of your job. The other thing which is left is only 50%. So don't stop.
How do you think these adventures have changed you as a person?
They've not made me more introverted, but because I'm an adventurous person, I think I'm a bit shy because I don't socialize much with people. So they've made me antisocial a bit.
So is that good or bad?
It's bad.
What's one goal you want to achieve before turning 18?
I want to get good marks, like 98% in my 10th.
Out of?
Out of 100.
Okay, so what's one goal you want to achieve before turning 18?
I want to get a very good percent in 10th. I'm in 10th, but I'm going to work hard for it. I'm going to get like 98%. That's what I want.
That's so cool, Isha. You've got such a big journey ahead.
Yes.
And I can't wait to see what you do next. This was such an amazing chat, Isha. From mountain trails to ocean dives, you've done it all. Thanks for sharing your awesome journey on Champs Unplugged. And to everyone watching, keep chasing adventures, keep learning, and remember, being a champ is all about trying new things and never giving up. If you like this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment your favorite sport out of these.